Also, Vosh, I gotta say, dude, I tuned into because the when I texted you and you didn't text me back, I was like, oh, let me go see what he's streaming about, and I went in there and you were having a debate, like a friendly debate with like these two other I don't know who they were, God bless them, these two lefty guys, and I was just sitting there thinking, thank God that I was not introduced to Vosh through like we don't make debate content together because it is so scary being on the other side of a debate from you. Like I was like, thank God we just play video games and talk about stupid shit because I
Well,
don't
what
think
would
I
we
could
debate on?
actually
We
handle
agree
it.
on
I
everything.
would like to
we already
debate.
have the best
Nah, dude.
positions.
I have seen
I'm not a
a
good
few of your
debater.
takes recently that I'd like to debate against. I'd like to go toe to toe with you, brother. No, I don't know. I don't really care.
I think my
Tell
problem
me.
really is that I'm not a good debater. It's just that it's somebody I'll get to a point where I'm just like, yeah, you're right. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Like I didn't think
Yeah,
you know what I
whatever.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
I just can't like. There's certain tenets that I will probably stand by, but nothing. I'm not really like. I like different points of view, so I'm not really a debate kind of guy.
That specific debate was about like the value of voting for Cornel West, who's a Green Party candidate in the coming election as opposed to Joe Biden. I'm not very third-party pilled in this country, not because I don't want them to be viable, but because right now they're mathematically not. And I get this, it's this recurring problem that I have. It's this, a lot of lefties, you know, they're very wrapped up in the image and the identity of being anti-establishment. And I think sometimes they try to do anti-establishment things with tools that aren't anti-establishment friendly, and it leads to them getting confused with their priorities.
What do you mean by that? Because I'm low IQ. What would the tools be?
Well, I think the biggest goal right now should be to shift the general population leftward. Bernie Sanders did a great job of this. It's totally possible, you know, shifting the dynamic.
I just saw a tweet with someone mentioning you because it was like how I guess like the Zoomer population and younger is like leaning conservative, and it was like you all made fun of Vosh when he said we had to outreach to kids or younger people.
It's young boys. This also fits into it. It's another, like...
Dude, Harris, you were saying something like that.
What? That we should start talking to young boys?
Young boys, yeah, something like... Yeah, it was
that was unrelated. I mean,
Zach is always DMing me about the need to DM young boys.
Yeah, I know. He won't stop DMing me.
Oh, all right.
Dude,
let me be on the other side of this for once.
Never.
I mean, I honestly, again, this is maybe me being like overly optimistic, but I'm kind of the opinion that like, I think even when I was like a little bit younger, I was a little bit more like, not conservative, but like I didn't have as much world exposure. I had never really interacted with like people who had like really different cultures. I was always open-minded and kind to people, but like, I think it like took a little growing up to understand or like kind of have my feet planted in more in like the social politics that I believe today.
No,
you know what I mean?
I agree. Okay, so like this is the thing, right? Back when Gamergate like f***ed internet discourse back in 2014 or whatever, there were a lot of people.
Who's those Gamergate people that just announced they're going out of business today?
Wait, really? What? I don't know.
Super Mega?
Super Mega. No, Feminist Frequency.
Oh, really?
Anita Sarkeesian, the head of the Gamergate drama. Yeah, I feel like very poignant to bring that up. God, these
genuinely
stupid flying
surprised
bats.
It didn't happen earlier, to be honest.
Dude, I have no idea how she kept it going that long. But anyway, you were mid explaining something high IQ.
Okay. So like during that generation, like a bunch of young guys got brain fucked, basically into thinking that like woke feminazis are destroying the West because they hate men and blah blah. Okay, do some feminazis hate men? Sure, whatever. But like broadly, you know, this was like a niche issue that got blown out of proportion, and it fucked a lot of people's politics. But yet, in spite of that, the generation most affected by the Gamergate culture war is the most left-leaning generation in U.S. political history. Why? Because a lot of them grew out of it. And the thing is, I'm big on rehabilitation, right? Like, if a person used to be anything, annoying, I don't care. If they change, they change. That's great. People change, you know? But this, my argument has been, like, right now we're seeing something happen again, but even worse, with, like, this Andrew Tate thing. Because right now, 12-year-old boys are fucking lunatics. I hear all these stories from teachers about how, like, like these are kids who will be like openly denying the Holocaust, not because they
What?
believe in Nazi shit, mind you, but because they're inundated in this like nihilistic, edgy online culture where nothing matters and reactionary
Well-
politics are taken as like granted. So they just say shit, you know, they'll just like say random misogynistic
Right, well-
shit. It's hard to tell how like sincere it is or like how much the edgy shit really plays into real politics or beliefs, but there's always like a trend, right? Because there are people who are edgy that play it all around, you know, like, hey, you guys, and I'd like to believe me, but then there's
we
like
edgy?
the brand, well, to compare to the people I hang out with, but then there's like that there's that brand of edgy where it's like every far right talking point thrown out in quick succession, but it's done with such an obvious callous disregard for whether it's true or not that it doesn't feel like you can even call them on it because they'll like laugh if you try to take it seriously, you know?
Yeah,
And
right.
Kids are
Yeah,
always
yeah.
kind of like that, but it's being weaponized. And my belief is that it's temporary. I think they're going to get over it. But when they do, holy shit, we, like the left, I mean, cannot afford to do this like, oh, you were an Andrew Tate fan when you were 12.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Right, or like, oh, you were chill with us. Like, we shouldn't cancel people over this type of stuff.
I don't know. That's pretty fucked up.
No,
But if they move out from it, like anything, if they're willing, like if they're like, oh yeah, okay, well that was dumb of me, like yeah, bring them in. But there's this contingent of people on the left who do this purity politics death spiral where it's like, I only want people on the left if they were born pure, and it's like,
Oh,
fuck.
I know.
No,
Yeah,
but
and
you know
then
what?
dude,
I
these
don't know.
people are always like used to say the N word like 3 years ago. Lefties.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
oh, yeah.
Always
but
that
that's what I mean.
diverse.
I think also that attitude is also amplified by kids. Like I think that like
No, I agree, because they're just
like,
out of it and they want to prove
they're
themselves.
just out of it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I thank God Twitter is about to die because finally all that shit finally go away. I mean,
Erase the record. Yeah.
like I'm over all of it. Wait a minute.
Yo, you boys want to go on an adventure in a little
Yeah,
bit?
I'm just sitting on the
gonna get
dock of the
some,
bed.
I'm engaged in strip mining right now. Well, right
yeah,
now
I'm gonna
getting
get some
meat.
iron. Yeah, based.
Okay, base.
Absolutely
Hang on.
based.
I am.
Oh crap! I gave Vosh my pickaxe. I got to go make another one.
Thank you.
I'm
Look
just
at this
fishing.
classic commie, bro. Classic commie. I'll have you guys all know a little behind the scenes sneak peek when we were testing this out yesterday. We built a beautiful sky fortress that no monsters could attack us in.
Nice.
Bosch joined and led a creeper immediately to our doorstep and blew it up within.
Blew
That
it
was
to
some
hell.
Looney Tunes timing. I got up there and I had to run past a bunch of zombies, but they were
Dude, I
basically
don't
just
know how
climbing a
it followed
staircase.
you. Literally, dude, it was like a very narrow like.
I
don't know how it,
looked
got
away
up.
for 2 seconds and I was like I was looking at something on my phone and all of a sudden I heard that sound like when the creeper blows up and you get sent flying and I'm like, what the just happened? Like the entire like land was ripped out from
Fully
beneath me.
unintentional from my end. I got there, man. Jesus.
Dude,